You guys already have 4 likes.
They like us when they can't see us.
Or when we're not talking.
Yeah. John and Leah were just here for the last couple hours. I think they're on their way home now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Hey.
Wow, that was impressive.
Yes, very cool.
Well, hi, everybody. I guess we are live. I am Julienne Dallara, and that is Michele Altamirano.
Hi, guys.
Ellen Stohl's running late. She's speeding back to be here with us, and Mickie is still recovering, but she'll be joining us eventually. This is your Abilities Expo edition of our show, because I am at setup at the LA Abilities Expo, and Michele and I are going to tell you stories of expos gone by, and I'll take you around and show you what the show floor looks like before you guys all get here. What do you think, Michele?
Great. Sounds good, Julienne.
All right. Well, first
Hey,
I'm going to
guys,
show you
for joining us today. Yeah, for those of you who are just finding out, the expo is this weekend, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It is free. You just need to pre-register or wait in that line to register as you get in. And you can see,
is what the Abilities Expo looks like from the secret conference room upstairs. Well, up elevator for me. So it's starting to calm down now. It was all forklifts and backup beeps and people running around trying to figure out how to get their badges. And so I am going to take you down to the show floor and show you some of the, maybe we'll run into some of the exhibitors setting up, and it should be fun. So,
yes. All right,
Michele,
guys.
what was the first Abilities?
The first Abilities Expo I went to was in 1990. That was a long time ago.
Whoa.
And yeah, way back then, aside of all the, the big vendors, the big companies, there were a lot of like little mom and pop shops, little, people who designed little things that helped out, and all kinds of little gadgets and things that you could purchase before. And then unfortunately, as the years went by, they were priced out. And then somewhere in the middle there.
That's a nice segue. I'm going to interrupt you because we have the Abilities Expo has new ownership as of a year ago. And I have been suggesting that if we have a disabled-owned business who has never exhibited at the Abilities Expo before, how about if we give them their first booth space? It's just going to be a table and a little bit of space, but they'll get their first space for $500 instead of the normal $3,400.
Wow,
and
that's a great idea.
They went for it. So we have 3 exhibitors. You don't care
Fantastic.
Here, let's go back to looking at Hello. So we have 3 exhibitors, accessible festivals in at the $500 price. Paul Bowers is selling, Husted Farms is selling little plants, and he'll have to tell us, but I think you take the leaves and put them in a tea and it helps you keep from getting UTIs. So Paul's going to have his little table, accessible festivals, and there's another company. It starts out, Yes, I Can, and it's a way to have people with disabilities break into the entertainment business,
Oh, wow. Cool.
started by a disabled person. So
Very cool.
that's my segue as to getting an affordable booth at the Abilities Expo.
Fantastic. Great.
But anyway, what did you see? What were you looking for in 1990 when you came to the show?
I had no idea. I had no idea what the expo was about. I just knew a bunch of vendors, people who sold things for people, who were disabled and all of that. And I just came to kind of check it out and see what it was all about. Um,
Yeah?
being newly disabled, it was kind of a big shock being in such a big venue full of people with all types of disabilities. Um, many people, types of disabilities I had never seen. So it was quite eye opening for me. Um, and it was hard. I think the first time I just kind of went through and from afar saw what was there. I don't even think I bought anything. But it was just kind of eye opening to me the very first time. Um, and then I went the second time and then I kind of, had a better idea and, took the time to actually talk to people with products that were new out there or products I didn't even know about because there was a lot. There was no internet back then. So I wasn't
Yeah,
aware of all
remember?
the kinds of equipment or gadgets or, things that people had created to make life easier. So that was
Yeah.
like our live exposure to everything that was out there at the time. So it was pretty crazy, kind of cool too. Yeah. When was your first expo, Julianne?
First expo was in the first expo I ever came to. I worked. I was working for Advanced Mobility in 2001, and I
Mm-hmm.
was selling accessible vehicles, helping Scott Deacon sell accessible vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
much like these here. When you first come in through those big the registration area, you'll come into this is Braun with all the big cars. So this is what Michelle and I were talking about. Yeah, these people can afford to have a big old booth like this. But as we go towards the back of the show, or no, up and down the aisles, you'll see some of the other ones. Oh, and this is what RGK looks like as they're setting up. Hey, you guys, you're on camera. You want to say hi?
Very cool.
You're on the Live to Roll podcast. Well, I know Jim Black what was your first expo, Jim?
Oh my lord! Now you're talking old age here.
Well, Michelle was on this. It was 1990.
Mine was definitely
At the beginning of time, he says.
Yeah.
maybe skirt.
No, you're not. But RGK is new.
RGK, but I was with Quickie for a lot of years.
Yeah, that's where I met you.
Yeah.
And speaking of Quickie, you can't read it because of the sign, but there's
Oh yeah.
Sunrise Medical. So Sunrise, there they are. Sunrise and RGK, as you guys probably know, work together. Sunrise has all kinds of wheelchairs and stuff, and RGK are the custom lightweight wheelchairs.
Nice.
This is going to be my next wheelchair right here. I'm very excited about it. All right. Oh, all right. I won't go down every booth with you, but these guys are very important. These are our sponsors. This
Yeah.
is Mobility Professionals and Urology Professionals. And look how great their booth looks. Don was here earlier. His lovely wife, Debbie, will be here tomorrow. Yeah,
All
they are.
right. Thank you guys.
Yep. So you need any kind of DME or any kind of urological catheter stuff. That's our
Supply.
friends here, our friends and sponsors. Now,
Absolutely.
when you first come through the big registration area, and you're going to come to one of these lovely humans here, and they're going to check you in. Hopefully you have pre-registered, so all they have to do is print out a badge for you. And then you come through the opening and there's this huge aisle. The 20-foot wide aisle goes right up the center of the show. And it is very important to you because we are leading our way to Live to Roll.
All right.
Yeah. Here's hyperbaric oxygen chambers. This is what I have at home, and I get into it every day. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, Supercore. I was talking to him earlier. These are these lightweight cushions with all the gel stuff. I mean, what do you call those things, Michelle? They're like honeycomb.
Oh, honeycombs. Yeah, that's the one.
So Supercore is on your way. Oh, God, I wish these guys were here. Okay, I had never heard of them before. Anybody heard of Kanksters?
No.
You do gaming while you're wheeling. You do
Oh,
racing. So
wow.
you wheel your wheelchair, as I understand it. You wheel your wheelchair onto this little platform thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you start spinning around, you turn on the game,
Mm-hmm.
and you're here in your wheelchair and you're racing each other. And that's
Oh,
set
wow.
up,
Very cool.
yeah, along the 400 aisle. And you can just come play with this for free.
Yeah.
So these guys are
And that's
brand
a
new to our
good
show
thing.
this year.
Yeah, I was going to say the good thing there is when you see all this stuff, most of the vendors allow you to try out their equipment and,
Hmm.
check out what they have, so you can see if it's something that might work for you and, follow through and purchase and stuff. So that's a great way to come out and test things out before you commit and buy something
Yep,
that's going to last several years
absolutely.
for you.
You
So,
can touch it, feel it, try it, all that stuff.
absolutely. Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's also typically Permobil hosts a little wheelchair repair spot there. I mean, no major repairs, but they can help out with putting air in your tires, changing tires, fixing brakes. So all those types of little, daily type of maintenance that you need. And frog legs are also there. So if you need any
Actually,
adjustments
there's
on your
actually there's three of them this year because Sunrise is doing
okay.
wheelchair repair, um,
Also, okay.
Frog's Legs, and
Mm-hmm.
Permobil. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, great.
oh my goodness! Now wait a minute. Wait a
Hey
cotton
guys.
picking minute here.
How's it been hanging out? We got
There
the
they
booth
are. Hey
already set
guys.
up.
All right,
Hope you guys like it.
all right. Yell because I don't have my microphone on.
Come visit us tomorrow at the booth.
Hey, here, let me turn this around.
All weekend.
All right, it looks good.
We're booth 445 this weekend, guys. So come out, come visit us, booth 445. And I'm on
All
the
right.
camera for Rolling with the Golden Oldies, usually behind the
There
camera.
you are.
Oh, you've become a golden oldie.
I want to say I'm getting up there. You know, I got all this gray, but
Okay.
what's going on, Golden Oldies? I appreciate it. I saw that
All right.
you guys have this cool show, so congrats.
Yay!
We'll make you an honorary member, okay?
Hey, Leah, say hi.
Hi, how are you? Good
Yeah.
to see you, Leah.
So they are along the 400 aisle, and then let's see. Hi. And our friend Leah's setting up her booth. She'll be here soon in Overcoming Change. So we'll come back around and talk to her. Who else have we got? Oh, there she is. You
And so every
want to be on a
every
podcast?
aisle
Come on over.
is numbered. Whoop, we lost you.
Correct. So let's see. Let me turn this around.
And will they be printing a
Ta-da.
guide this year or no? It's all online.
It's all online, but there'll be a QR code at the front where you can just
Hey.
download the list of exhibitors and all that.
All right. Hey, Ellen.
Round and
How are you?
All right. For those of you who don't know Lyra, I pronounce your last name for me.
Alexandrova.
Alexandrova. Did I do well? Uh-huh. And she is overcoming change. Now, I know you just came in the door, but you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
I don't know how many people we have here, but I believe it's also live.
Yeah, you're live, baby.
So, hi, everyone.
Oh, stop fussing with your hair. You look beautiful. Go ahead.
Overcoming change, what I'm trying to do is to be an umbrella for nonprofits and also for companies that are working with any kind of disability. So, everybody knows Yelp and everybody know Facebook. So if you put them together, when people are using Facebook, that's going to be just for people with any kind of diagnosis, any kind of challenges, any kind of disability, sharing their story, connecting to each other, and putting reviews and stars for the companies that they recognize, they work with, they're happy or unhappy with. And of course, the platform itself, the Yale platform, my goal is to launch the application this year. So, fingers crossed. Once the
All
application
right.
is out, I hope people can see the value. I really, really do.
All right.
Okay, so they can come talk to you in booth 448. So
Thank
right,
you.
pretty much almost across the street from our friends at Live to Roll.
Thank you.
All right, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. All right, let me turn this back around so you can see more of the show. And not much more.
Whoop. We can barely hear you, my dear. Ellen?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Oh, me or Ellen?
We can barely hear you, Ellen.
Probably because I don't have my headphones on. Let me put them on this way.
This is what
I have a hat on.
the back of the show actually looks like.
Does that work this way? Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yes, we can hear you.
Helps to have the actual mic on, I guess. I could take the hat off and I gotta do it this way. I don't know. That's why you can't hear me, because, there we go.
There you go.
I make it longer over my hat. So it's raining today. So just came from campus. Literally left my class at 3:10. Like, okay, I'm gonna stop class at 3:10, so I have plenty of time to get home. And then you have like 6 students that come up, right? Like,
yeah.
And so and then it's raining, and I have my dog with me. So I'll be there at the expo tomorrow. We'll be at the expo.
Awesome.
So it looks
When
like
was
it's
your first show
tomorrow?
When was your first show, Ellen?
My first Live to Roll show? February 14th.
No, your first
February
Expo.
Oh, first expo. Oh my God. Like, I think my first one was when I was still in the hospital. My occupational therapist took me down, but I was so not ready. Like, I was not ready to be put in the mega store of disability adaptations. I don't think I dealt with being adapted. But so many amazing devices. I mean, that is the thing. Now, I didn't find the lap stacker at the show. I found the lap stacker from I don't know if y'all know the lap stacker. I wonder if they're at the show, Julienne.
They are not.
Oh, they should be. It's the most amazing
really should
thing.
be.
Like, it has changed. Again, it's one of those adaptive devices that goes up under the chair, and it literally like has a little pulley thing, and then there's one on the other side, and they magnet together. But it holds my phone if I need my phone while I'm wheeling. It holds my dog's bed so that when I'm going to school, I don't have to wrap it around my head and try not to drop it. It goes over my luggage. I just traveled and I had my luggage on my lap and it held it on there. I mean, it is strong. And so I'm surprised they're not there, because man, what a device. So I would just say, tune in live tomorrow and every day of the expo, Leah says. Absolutely, because the expo is amazing. If it's not there, like if there's something that isn't there because they couldn't get a booth, you will meet people that will know stuff.
Yep.
So, or you will see people with stuff that you'd be like, oh, what is that? So you also meet, you don't just meet like the booths that are there, you meet people, the sense of community. And I think when I first went, I wasn't ready. But then later I came with a couple of companies and I worked the expo in the 90s, early 90s, and then I got to see so much, and now I don't miss it unless I have to, because there's always something or someone that you haven't seen in a while. So worth it.
So, as for meeting people, this is the first time ever. Let me introduce you to the Abilities Lounge. So it's right in the middle of the show. We have these cute little Adirondack chairs here, but this is the important part: the extra shot coffee bar here.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually have able bodies sit down in chairs and be the same height as you. Little tables, and it's just a place for people to sit down and talk, connect, whatever. And it's pretty
very
much
nice.
right in the middle of the show.
But I'm going to tell them that they need some tables between on the other side of it, so if somebody in a wheelchair sits there, they can get to the table too.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell them. I said they need sides with a table on the outside, so somebody in a wheelchair can sit there and use the table and hang out. Sorry.
Yeah.
Excellent point. I happen to know the production manager, so
Well, there you go.
I'm going to tell Debbie. So we have
Derek said
this.
he'd love to be able to go to the expo. Derek, whereabouts are you? Are you close to the expo, or yeah? Access Services, because right? Is that Access Services there? That booth?
Yep.
Yes.
Access Services, which is just diagonal from the little coffee place, and they are here to answer your questions.
Well, I have a question. Are either one of you registered with Access?
I am not.
No.
Because I think about it in case of an emergency, right? For the next day or something, and nobody's around, or you need to get I mean, I have my car, but what if something happens? I think that maybe I should just register with them and like have it.
Yeah, or
they only let you take one person with you, right? Though. Like
yes, I believe so.
So that's thinking like bar hopping night.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Schedule them for bar hopping so nobody has to drive. That's what I'm looking at Access Service for. I need a designated driver. Can you be it? Schedule it the night before, because you have to schedule within 24 hours, and
Yeah, or just find a friend or hire a chauffeur, girl. I mean, I don't know how easy it is to get kind of an emergency type of access pass. I'm not sure. That would be a question.
Emergency access. I think just having one.
Olivia, yeah, exactly. And for those of you who are going via Access, they do have their own drop off and pickup area. That's not like in the middle of, all the regular traffic and everything that's happening. So you have a safe place to disembark in.
That's very cool.
And wait. Yeah.
And someone told me today.
I mean, I took Access all through my college years. And now you have to schedule. There's not like an emergency pass, but I'm saying like if I signed up and was a client of theirs, like you don't have to use it, right? Like it's just there that they have the information. So should you need to get somewhere and your car doesn't work, I mean, they're no longer same day. You have to call 24 hours in advance.
Exactly.
So that can be a problem. But if you're planning things and you need to get somewhere, it is at least very useful to have. It's not always the most convenient, but it is a great benefit that that you can even get it. So
yeah, great, very cool. All right, are you still there, Julienne? Okay, as she mentioned before, they did print out a guide and directory with the listing of all the vendors that were present and where they're located in the hall. Now there's a QR code that you can take a picture of when you enter, and it's the same thing right on your phone. It has the diagram, the layout of the whole expo hall, and the location of every vendor that's there. So it kind of makes it easier to find if you're looking for someone specific. Otherwise, you just kind of go row by row and check everything out.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. They just go up and down every aisle, because you can see there's a great assortment of stuff here. And then as you go in the back left is the artist market. And that's where I'm taking you over right now.
Okay.
Over because they've got some amazing stuff there, and it's all just they get free booths from us just to do their disability, sell their whatever they've created from their disability art. Here's Comfy. We're cruising by Comfy Go. Give a shout out to Comfy Go.
Comfy Go. What is the Go bike? I'll check that out tomorrow because it says Comfy Go, but then it also says Go Bike.
They do have a Go bike, and I'm not seeing one at the show, but I'll ask them about it.
Okay.
If
Now,
they aren't bringing
Julienne,
one, they should. Yes.
do a lot of your vendors offer expo discounts?
Yes. Yes. Especially if you come on Sunday, because they don't want to bring all their stuff back home with them. So, they'll give if you go to their booth, they're going to say, yes, expo discount, blah, blah, blah. But then they're also going to add more on Sunday just so they don't have to pack everything up. This is what will become the events arena once all the stuff is. And so, any of the sports stuff, the dance stuff, this is where the roulettes will be. This is where Justin's classes will be. Wow, Wonders on Wheels.
Oh, okay.
And these are the people who run the Abilities Expo.
All right. Hey, guys.
I'm just showing them the artist market. This is Valerie, our new sales manager.
Hi, Valerie.
Yeah, so we're talking about things that are affordable. So here we are at the artist market. All right, created.studio.
Yeah, I have got some great art from the artist market that I still have, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And here's the art and the T-shirts. They usually have jewelry, too.
Yeah.
Oh, paintings by Michael. He's here every year.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. He does good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Julienne, where are the little workshops held? I understand that every year there's a host of guest speakers that come in to talk about, various topics. And where are those held? And are they held hourly or?
Pretty much hourly. And in the front of the hall, there'll be a poster that gives you, what workshops at what time, but it's also on abilities.com. If you just go to abilities.com, click on the LA show and click on show info, then it'll give you all of that, what are the workshops and what the schedule is and all of that stuff. That's all free. So you can cruise back over there in a bit, but what I tell you is when you're at registration and you start to go in, all the way on the right in the middle of the show is the workshop, all the way on the left in the back of the show is the events arena. And those are the two places that continually through the show, there will be things going on.
We're changing.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Now, if you're here tomorrow morning, God, look at this stuff. Isn't this great?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love pottery.
Very cute.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice. I'm looking for a vase. I'm always looking for vases.
Looks like they got them.
What time does it open tomorrow, Julienne?
All 3 days. It opens at 11.
Oh, okay.
Friday and Saturday closes at 5. Sunday closes at 4. But tomorrow morning is very special. Cal Abel is here, and they are opening the show. And Treasurer Ma, she will be here to say a few words. We have a ribbon cutting opening the show, but Cal Abel is also doing a workshop directly afterwards, and they are really trying to teach people how that Able accounts exist so you can put some of your money away and not lose your benefits. And that the age used to be that you had to have been disabled before the age of 26. Well, that age goes to 46 next year.
Oh,
so there'll be a lot more people will be able to get. Look how cool this is.
And Cal Able is a California program, correct?
Able accounts are God, you guys are feeding me the perfect questions. Thank you very much. Able accounts are actually national. It's a federal program. So the
How
able
long?
account people
Cool.
will be, yeah, for how long? Will be there at every one of our shows around the country, but this is California able. Look at
Right.
that.
Now, I'm just curious. Yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, just as things are evolving in this new administration, looking at federal programs for people with disabilities, I'm hoping that there are some booths there that can maybe answer some questions, like knowing what is a California program versus a federal
Beautiful.
program,
A federal.
where you might have supports to go to. I mean, I
Good
don't
to
know
know.
if other people are thinking about. I definitely am thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
Finding out that, because I work with a lot of students that are regional center funded, and regional center is all Medicaid. So if Medicaid is touched on all of my students with regional center funding, it could be a problem. And then, you know, for California, we know Medicaid is actually Medi-Cal, that they are the same thing. So
Yeah.
there's been some miscommunication about that. So, I mean, talking to Cal Able, I think, is a really good opportunity to ask. I mean, I'll go talk to them and ask them some of my questions about, you know, how is our money protected? What happens if the laws change and we're not allowed to have as much, you know? What do we do then? Because, you know, everything is always in flux, regardless of who's in the administration. But they did just change laws a few years ago that you can have a lot more savings. So they increased it. And so, you know, I'm sure Cal Able knows all of those answers that I don't know, because I don't always keep up on it like I'm supposed to.
There's also, oh, look at these socks for kids.
Those are really cute.
Tie-dye socks.
These socks. There's also a wonderful organization here called Help Hope Live, and they're not like a charity. They're a nonprofit. They're not like a charity that just, you know, you apply and they give you money. They teach you how to fundraise for yourself, and then all the funds go through Help Hope Live. So if your grandma is giving you $100, she gets the tax deduction because she's giving it to Help Hope Live.
And that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, they are incredibly knowledgeable and helpful.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, okay. These guys are new here. They're called Cherry Wheels, and they're wheel covers. Check these out.
Oh, I like them. I need some.
Ooh, how
Isn't this gorgeous?
Now I'm wondering if those are great. I love them. Ooh, that one matches my backpack. I have a little, like, sort of backpack that's the astrological signs and stuff. I also like the flower.
That's pretty.
That's fun. I like to being able to dress up the chair now, you know. That's a little different. Plus it protects your spokes, because I don't know if I have a defective wheel or something, but I've had 6 spokes just pop, and I don't know how to get them. I gotta go in there and have people check it out, but I don't, you know. So and it's not because I'm running into stuff, but it doesn't hurt to protect your spokes. You think that they're, you know, indestructible? They're not.
And your fingers too sometimes.
Yeah.
When you're
absolutely.
pushing, sometimes you.
Yep. Oh yeah. But no,
this
I just turned and they popped. So So the expo, it's really such a great place to go, and I see there's a lot of people not there yet. But what is one of the most amazing things you've found at the expo, folks?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'll take you over to show you these new wheels. They're called shark wheels. I took one look at them and went, okay, that's my next purchase at the Abilities Expo.
Okay, that's good. You always find the things save up for.
Yeah.
Well, I think I think they're $79, so it's not terrible.
No,
these are
for medical stuff, that's not outrageous.
Yeah. Oh, I just passed them by. Here we go. Shark wheels. All right, so check these guys out.
Ah, those are pretty
There's
cool.
a front caster like you've never seen before.
Okay.
So I guess they've had them on skateboards and some other stuff for a while, and and you have to come and talk to them to so they can tell you all the good things about them. But I mean, I just looked at them and went, well, having 2 wheels in the front instead of 1 means that the weight should be distributed better, and I'm not going to run over as many things because look, it's all wiggly. That was my thought.
Oh, is that what that? Yeah, that looks really interesting. I always just worry about now. I have 2 casters to get hair around.
Right.
I asked them about hair, and he said, "Well, we haven't had that problem so much with skateboarders, but as far as I know, there is no wheel company ever that has found a way to keep hair out of the casters."
Wrapping up.
Oh no! Even I have the caster that's a single caster, and it's not got the bolts on the 2 sides. It's only the 1 bolt, and still,
right.
It
Still
I
does
get
it, right?
hair and and it like you're like, why am I not moving? And you're like, oh, because there's a carpet that's somehow formed in between my caster.
Yeah,
I think that is one of the things. But those, I mean, it'd be kind of cool. I want to see what they say, like going over
right?
stuff.
I wonder
Does
what
it really
the ride
help? It looks
feels
like it would be a weird ride, but maybe not.
Like going over cobblestones is what I'm imagining.
Oh, I wonder if it'd be really good for that because I hate cobblestones.
Oh, everybody, yeah.
Your front wheel catches, and you're like, oh my god, am I going to go flying?
I hope they have
bet
someone
that would work on those.
In a chair that has them, so we can kind of see how it works, or some video or something.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll ask them. They're
cool
brand
idea.
new.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Anybody in the audience that's out there? We have 10 folks watching. 9. Somebody just left. Wait, we're not that. Any questions? Like anything you found at the expo, like or anything that you wish was at the expo? I'm still looking.
Yeah, tell me more. Tell me more.
So, is Firefly there anywhere? Do they have the Fireflies or the? There's a thing that you put on a chair.
There's a couple of those scooter things. Firefly is not. They're selling just through their DMEs.
Okay.
But I have seen a couple of them around here. Here's our frog legs friends.
Oh, frog legs are always great.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
And they have some really cool ones now. All these really nice, beautiful colors and wheels and casters now that you can change. Yeah. And they really last a long time. I've had my chair, probably 7-8 years. And every year I go and I'm like, can you check them out? How are they doing? And they're like, oh, you still have a few more years to go with those. So it's
good. They last a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Check in.
And if you get the right company to write up your wheelchair, if you're getting a new wheelchair, you can get frog legs on there. So there are companies that know how to write it up to get the frog legs. I think I found frog legs at the expo was the first. Oh, my biggest purchase at the expo was my car.
Ah.
I bought my first Scion. They don't make them anymore, but the Scion with the driver's side no seat. I bought it off the floor at the expo.
Was it Aero Mobility?
Yep, Aero Mobility, and they
are,
and they're amazing. David and David are incredible.
This cute little
bring it down. Here. They service my car. They're so nice.
Yeah.
They're so knowledgeable. And now the Kia is really cool, but it only seats the 2 people, right? Because it comes into the back. Whereas my Scion seats 5 people, like 4.
Really? Wow, that's cool.
And it has the hatch, but they don't make it anymore. I believe I have the last Scion in the country, probably.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah, it is the greatest car ever. I love it because it's small, but it still seats me plus 4 other people, has the hatch, has the whole 9 yards.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Well, I think Aero must have at least 30 cars here, so you will have plenty of things to come look at. Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's the thing with a van, you have to get inside it to know, the feel, how does it work with your chair? Do you have enough room to turn? Can I reach, and all of that. So it's an experience to be inside them. So very cool.
Mickie says she uses long tweezers to get rid of the hair in the spokes. I take a pair of scissors and just start cutting at the hair. You got my daughter does wigs and stuff for Fanimays for Anna for cosplay. Yeah. And I would get like, oh my god, orange, like all this wig hair wrapped around my wheels, and then I'd be like, why am I not moving? But tweezers are great to get them in there.
Yeah, scissors.
Does anybody else just light it on fire? I just put a big lighter under there, set it on fire. It doesn't smell good, but it takes the hair out.
Okay.
That's a good idea, actually. I never thought of that.
Yeah, yeah. And then I use, the
Yeah.
little
Oh, a drill bit. Like if you put the drill bit right there
then I
and you
stick
turn
them in there
it.
to get all the little ashes out.
And Mickie says,
I'm
don't
gonna just
forget
show
there is a booth that will do repairs and clean your chair. But man, if you want that, get there friggin' early. Get there really early. Because every time I go, like, but there's nobody here, and they're like, "Oh no, we have a wait list that's a day and a half long." And you're like,
Yeah, they're
so you got to
texting
go right away
Yeah.
and have them do it.
You're not in line. Yeah.
So
I would say the biggest thing I've gotten, I got a deal. I got a new wheelchair 10 years ago. But you can get a great deal on if you're, needing tires and tubes, great deal. And the kind people from Permobil have actually put them on my chair, which is really cool. And yeah, I think that's kind of the biggest thing that they get every year. Yeah.
Ellen, this is a 2009 Toyota Scion.
Is it?
Oh.
Look at this.
That's what mine looks like now, but I have a 2015. How does it open? We're not there to show it, right? I'm surprised they're selling it.
It's locked, but look at this down here. I figured this has to be.
Hey, was that my car?
Very
you
cool.
fixed my old car, guys.
There you go.
Let's look in the window.
Yeah.
Is it driver's side? Is there a seat in the driver's side, or is it empty?
All right.
There is no seat.
If anybody's
seat
looking for exercise equipment, do you have any vendors out there this year with exercise equipment?
I see that Myelin is here. I see that Rewalk is here.
Okay.
So far that's. I can't think of any, but if I do, I'll shout it out.
All right.
Because I think
what
we
is
have.
The price on that Scion?
Oh, it's not on the window. I don't think. Let's go.
I'm just telling you all. If you're looking for a car and it's a driver's side Scion, now you have to be comfortable driving from your chair.
Mm-hmm.
Best car ever.
No. All it does is give you the VIN. It doesn't. It doesn't say mileage.
I love my Scion, man. So best.
Nice.
Like,
and if you're looking at hand controls, you can also try out all these different types of hand controls here too.
That one there, I just had on a rental car. Easier on your wrist, the one that goes up like that. That's sort of bent at a 90-degree angle. So much easier on the one that's bent as a 90-degree angle. Forward, the first one.
This one.
That one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you just pull forward on that, and it comes back, as opposed to pushing down. The grip was nicer. It was really easy to drive the car. Yeah, because you just pull it towards you, as opposed to the pushing down, which I don't know.
Yeah.
With my carpal tunnel, that did not hurt my wrist.
Oh wow, that was
pretty cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. Hand cycle, freewheel, lots of useful gadget. Mickie says that she's gotten a ton over there. Yeah, I mean, there's just stuff that you don't even know that you need until you go, and you're like,
I
never
go,
thought
and you're
of
there
this.
exactly.
And that's the amazing thing.
Yeah. Or even something you've been thinking about possibly, and then you're there and you see it and you fall in love with it, and it's like, okay, let's do it, let's get it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, people are coming up with such innovative ideas, and again, there are people with new innovative ideas that don't have a booth that are wheeling around that you can meet, and you can be at the start of their projects, and then you see them in 2 years have a booth, but you can sometimes be in the beginning of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Julienne, is there a must-see booth that's there this year? Something new, something interesting?
I think we have 55 or 65. I think it's 65 new vendors that just have different stuff that have never been in the show before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have a total of about 250 vendors. So
altogether.
So I'm not going to do the math, but there's a lot of new people here. Oh, Monevo, you got to check out Monevo. Have you ever seen Renevo is that
Yeah.
little thing on your eyeglasses that can make things move. You can actually run your wheelchair by just
Oh,
moving
wow.
your head when you're wearing these glasses.
Wow.
And it controls all kinds of, it can be set up to control a bunch of different stuff. So they're
That's
cool.
incredible.
And
Yeah.
then Toyota.
Technology, man.
Yeah.
You were asking about the workshop area and what used to be our little, hidden in a corner workshop area
Mm-hmm.
is growing up.
Aw.
Look at this. It actually has an official stage
Mm-hmm. Nice.
with an official wheelchair lift.
Hey, that's always nice to have at
Oh,
a stage at an expo.
there you
Paul
go.
is asking, does Bowhead have their new chair on display there?
They are going to. I didn't see it when I was over there just then, but yes, it's going to be at the show.
Okay.
It is
I've not
totally
even heard of
cool
them.
looking. They
Very cool.
usually have done like 4-wheel drive type bikes, but they just
Oh.
came out with this really unique wheelchair, and it's already got. I mean, it was the front page of New Mobility magazine, so it's
Very
just.
cool.
Oh, here's what you were talking about. It's not the Firefly. It's the Companion Plus.
That's a different one. Yep.
Yeah, but there's so many different brands of them now.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and I know we started out at RGK. They've got one too that they are selling.
All right. I'm
I
just going to tell you
haven't-
that before these became a thing, we took the basic scooters and we put a block on it so that I could pop up and put my front casters on it.
Mhm.
So put my front foot plate on it, and then my casters didn't touch the ground. I just took a bungee cord from one part of my chair around the front of that scooter, and I just used a regular old AB scooter and went around like 15 miles an hour driving around. I got pulled over by the cops once going through campus. Like, they didn't know what to do because, like, you're going too fast, but wait, you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
There
what do
you
we
go.
do? They're like, slow down. I'm like, no, I would zip on
Yeah.
that. So it's amazing to see how, we can take what has been invented for the ABs, and like anything, you adapt it. You just look at what the needs are
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
adapt that. So wheelchair parts located in Rancho Cucamonga, they have cool products. So basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is new. This has never been at one of the shows before. Toyota is sponsoring this arena where you can come and play wheelchair basketball. This is right at
Very
the
cool.
front of the show by the restrooms. Hello, women's restroom,
Okay.
basketball.
Okay. So
nice.
once again, are the accessible bathrooms only in the front of the showroom?
Yes, except we brought in accessible porta potties, and those are in the back. So
Now,
yes,
are
you
they
will
the
have the
type
regular.
that have an actual toilet in them, or is it that
Oh no,
black hole that's there?
no, it's an
Type.
actual. We are not in Marseille. It is an actual toilet. No, they're actually really nice.
Good.
That is my hell. Those are my hell. I mean, it's
There
better
you
than
go,
not
right.
having anything, I guess, but
Yeah.
I know. I like my own bathroom. My
Yeah.
own. If I can try to hold it that long, I will. I'll be there.
Yeah, right.
Get me home. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's because we are so. I mean, if you're transferring at all, or even if you're not, but you have to get your feet over it to like, you're too intimate with the bathroom. There's
Yeah.
there's no squatting above the toilet, right? It's like,
No.
no. And so when then people leave crap all over the floor, you're like, my wheels are going through all of this tissue paper that you didn't pick up. What the hell is wrong with you folks?
Okay,
Be
here's
cleaner.
another service area. This one is
all right.
sponsored by Sunrise. So if you want to get your chair cleaned or worked on, you've got 3 choices. You've got right behind Permobile, there's this 10 by 20 island. Behind Sunrise, 10 by 20. And then Frog's Legs is kind of in the center of the show, and they're doing something like that. Not what they usually do, but something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, here's our friends at Spinergy.
Yay, Spinergy wheels. I had those
Hey,
for a long
Ryan.
time.
Your wheels are ice cream colors now.
Now, yeah.
Look at how pretty.
I know. Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
And speaking
I
of
love
pretty, there's
seeing
Ryan. Sergio, are you hotter than Ryan?
I don't know. They're both pretty darn good looking. They'll be bringing the folks in.
There you
They're
go.
both studly. Huh?
Those are great
you're on a
colors.
podcast for
Yeah, they're
Roll.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's live.
You
Very,
are live.
very cool.
Do not curse. So
I do.
come to
every
the
year they
expo and
come
you'll.
out with
I
a
curse all the time on our show.
new set
That's
of colors.
absolutely goddamn true. Yeah.
That is.
Mhm.
I try to be good. I curse in my classes. I feel bad for my
Mhm.
students. Sorry. I just read however, I just read an article.
Mhm.
Cursing is good for you. It reduces
Absolutely.
stress. It helps create focus. If you're in pain, it can actually create endorphins that will help the pain be less. So
Absolutely.
yes, cursing is positive. Oh, Myra!
I feel so much better.
Mwah, mwah. Love Myra.
Yeah.
And Ralph, her husband, who they started all of that. He was in a wheelchair. He passed away. But Ralph Fornos, and they started Ralph's Riders. I don't know if Ralph Riders is still going, but such a huge support for the
disabled community
population.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they just
I
provide
was a rider.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, Rancho's here.
Yeah,
we've got somebody doing remodeling, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, these guys have never been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I love these guys. Aquatic Access did my pool lift. They are one of the very few pool lifts that isn't electrical. It just works by water pressure.
Oh,
so
wow.
you don't have to worry about having electricity next to your pool or spa or whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And they're affordable, and they're a small U.S. based organization, company, family owned, and I love them to pieces. So shout out for Aquatic Access.
Hotel chains.
Yes,
because I went to a Best Western, and we went out to the pool, right? And they had the lift, and so we're saying, how does the lift work? And it's electric. There's no outlets out there. They're like, oh, it doesn't even plug in. They had no clue.
Oh,
so I'm
gosh.
like they buy it because they need it for the ADA, but they don't have the electricity to plug it in because exactly what you said, right? They don't want the water by the pool. They really need these folks to come teach them how to do it, what to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I had enough time, I would be going to all the hotels because I have stayed in so many hotels. I have never yet once gone down there and had the pool lift work. Ever.
Wow.
Ever. So I'm guessing that's 70 hotels. So 0 for 70. Have they ever worked? So
they're there for
you're
show
right.
only.
I'd like to hand out brochures for these guys,
There you go.
Absolutely.
And it will
Mickie
turn.
says, don't forget, if you're in the parking garage, there's a freight elevator. So if you try to go to the elevators inside the expo center, they're just regular small elevators. But if you go into the freight elevator, they'll pack you in 50 people in there. Yeah.
Yeah, because the line
chairs,
gets
they'll pack you right
really
in,
long.
and it's much quicker. And they have 2 of them that are there that run. So I go in to the freight area. It is a great thing. It's such a good tip. Thank you, Mickie. We miss you too. Leah says, Mickie, we miss you. We miss you. We miss you.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we sure do. I bet you miss not coming to the show, huh? These guys are new. Sound of Rain Productions. Obviously, they do clothing. So.
Yes, sign language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what else? I haven't seen any other exercise equipment, but I'm looking.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We had a protest at CSUN today at Cal State Northridge. There was sort of sees himself as an activist who was saying there shouldn't be sign language interpreters at public events because it's distracting. So
that is so ridiculous.
Protesting.
Are you kidding me?
No, it just one of those, ass hat
Yeah.
individuals that say willfully ignorant things to get attention.
Absolutely.
You know, you just wonder, like, what kind of childhood do these people have that they have
Yeah.
to demean, abuse, and you know. Now those
Yeah.
bathrooms, those bathrooms and those things are
Mhm.
nice. They're like real
Yeah.
bathrooms.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're not the
Oh,
little porta potty things. They're like
shall we go in?
they're really
Let's go
nice.
in.
Yeah.
They're like real bathrooms. They're just in little things. But
Look around.
yeah, I mean, that would be like saying to people, you know, you don't need that wheelchair. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, see, like
Yeah,
it's a
exactly,
real
right? Yeah.
bathroom.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
very nice. I love the
There
fact
we
that,
go.
that they have come up with these as opposed to the little outhouse ones that they've
Oh
now
God.
realized that there is a
Mhm.
better system.
Yeah. Better way. Absolutely.
Better way. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Much
by the
nicer.
way, you
Okay,
still
this is
get a
like
lot of.
Julienne going up and down that ramp is like
Are you
Blair
going now?
Witch
Where's she
Project.
going? Yeah.
Sorry.
There will be
No, it's
people
okay.
who are
We're like
able-bodied
Blair
who
Witch
will
Project. Oh my God.
still
Oh,
use the accessible bathroom, regardless of how many people are there. It's a
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
They want to use it and they're in line
Oh,
and they don't care
always,
how many
always.
people in
Yeah.
chairs. And something interesting that I found out. I mean, I've always heard women gripe about, yeah, the handicap stall, it's one and people using it and blah, blah, blah. I just realized that guys feel the same way. On Tuesday, I had my Oxnard meeting and there were two men in our group. And, we were talking about a lot of different things and pet peeves came up. And one of the guys said, yeah, what's up with all the people wanting to use the big bathroom? And I'm laughing in my mind because I just know that that's something we gripe about all the time. I never knew that guys did too. So I mean, I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time in men's bathrooms, so I don't know how many stalls they have, but I know in women's bathrooms, sometimes there's 10, 15 stalls, and you know that handicapped stall is going to be busy. It's
Always,
a no fail.
always, always. And then, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, there are
Yeah.
15 stalls. And,
Right.
if they're all
Exactly.
full and that's the only one open and you're the next in line, fine. But
Yeah.
don't go in there and change your clothes and, a lollygag
Exactly.
and whatever. Like, do
Whatever.
your business and get
Yeah.
out because I don't have a choice. I
Yeah.
don't get a choice to use the others. Because people be like, these other ones are open. And I look at them and I'm like, yeah.
Then
And they're like,
use 'em.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I can't use them.
Yeah.
I can
And
only
that's the
use
thing. Instead of waiting in the line, I go in front of the line and I go park next to the handicap stall.
Yep.
And no one has ever said anything to me, and I'm waiting for the day someone does.
Yeah, no. I have one option to use a bathroom, and that's it,
Exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
that's we're not doing that action. So
All right.
yeah, people just don't always think. I think that's it, and that's the night.
Exactly.
If you can educate people, I think it's good. Mickey's saying
Yeah.
she's having surgery on the 19th, so we'll all be sending out positive energy. Yeah, it does look really good this year. 65 new vendors, which is awesome, and then
Great.
250 altogether. So I think there's so many things to see.
Yeah.
Again, also, next time we meet in April, if you got anything at the expo, or if it's
Yeah.
not at the expo and you find something, come and share it with us because I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
finding the
Yes.
lap stacker from somebody that I went to the gym with and they had one,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, you got to try this. There are things you're like, I mean, who needs? Then you get it, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
Very
best
cool.
thing
All
ever!
right.
I have not dropped anything off my lap since I had it.
All right.
And that's
All right.
amazing. And I've been traveling, so I really love it.
Nice. All right, guys. In closing, I think we lost Julienne here temporarily, but come out and check out the expo this weekend. And once again, thanks to our sponsors, Mobility Professionals and Urology Professionals. They help make this show possible. And I want to thank all of you who chimed in here with questions and comments. Thank you all. And hopefully we'll see you at the expo. All right.
I'll
Ellen,
be there
anything?
tomorrow. Come by the Live to Roll booth and say hello. We will be there.
Absolutely. We'll see you on Sunday. All right.
Thanks,
Take care, guys.
everyone.